Hey guys, RNG here, and this is the first video in my showcase series for Party Hour gameplay. Party Hour is a really fun deck, and I'm really excited to show it off for you guys. It's not really work for me since I love playing it so much, and it's what I've been playing for the last couple days. So this hand is only a single sigil, but it does have a seek power, and that might be enough to consider keeping it if we had a second source of power, but since we don't, we're going to throw it back. This hand, a little high curve, but it has some draw. We've got a steady seam of sigils and a Horu opponent. Primal Justice is interesting because it generally signifies a control deck. We've got way too much primal in this hand, so we're going to go get some shadow sigils to compensate. This opening generally indicates either Camelus or some kind of three-color mid-range deck. Although Secret Pages it could still be either, but Camelus is more likely. I think you have a pretty good matchup against Camelus due to Champion of Cunning and Witching Hour combining to do 30 points of damage. 30 points of charge damage out of nowhere. There was also a mistake to play that Shadow Sigil last turn. I should have played a Primal Sigil to enable myself to draw into Wisdom of Elders. So, too much speculating about my opponent's deck, not enough paying attention to my own plays. Stronghold Visage does make this a little bit tougher. Because it's going to give my opponent a bunch more health for me to chop through. But it does confirm that our opponent is on Camelus, and we're not going to be under essentially any pressure this game. Not for a long time. I do love when the bird gets eaten. So the plan is assemble, in this case, a couple champions, plus a Witching Hour, and go get them. Although that Staff of Stories is going to need to go, so we may need to blow these champions sooner than I thought. We're going to Stranger here. Don't really need the Varus Favor or anything else. I don't expect this to survive very long, but it just sets us up for the power that we need for Champion of Cunning, and might force him to make an actual move. He is powered down, so he's nothing available. So I'm actually going to play the cheaper champion, even though it's not usually the case, because I need to play the Feln Stranger as well, and knock off his Staff of Stories. It's going to be a little tough. Racing 2 Strongholds Visages is so that's a lot of healing per turn. But if our opponent just doesn't have anything and we draw Scouting Party, one of the best cards that you can draw here, we may be able to do it. What's he? Lightning Storm. I have some bad news for you. Unless you have two of those, these are going to be 3/3 Yetis. And I'm about to draw 4 cards. Oh yes. Scouting Party combines pretty well with Champion of Cunning, as does basically any card. I'm not feeling super good about this Annihilate being useful, but who cares? We have another Scouting Party. Even if he harsh rules here, and he doesn't? Oh dear. Alright, so Do we have enough damage to just kill him? Yeah, we do if I just play another champion. Alright. I was doing some mental math there if we could get Celestial Omen for Witching Hour and kill him in a more exciting way, but unfortunately we just had lethal. So that was a series of some pretty good draws. I think thinking back, playing that Stranger on turn 4 or on turn 5 may have been incorrect. I may have wanted to save it for the 6 power play of playing the champion with the Stranger in order to definitely knock off his Staff of Stories. But fortunately we drew the extra Stranger and got bailed out of that. And my reasoning was that I wanted to get him to power down like he did. The scouting party draw was quite fortuitous, and then after that our opponent, who had no harsh rule, just didn't have a chance. So that's some of the power of Party Hour deck. I look forward to seeing you again in Game 2.